And when I came back, we have a big meeting, and that's when we break. And then we break, actually like a Brasa breaks in 3 teams, was with Atos, and also breaks with Zenit. So Cavaca and Robert. Robert was already out, but Cavaca was with Robert, and then Ramon, André Galvão, and Mendes was kind of kids. It's still like I think there was a brown belt, beginning the black belt, but also the Frasato. So we break in 3 teams, and this what I can see this maybe because I can see this for 2 points. Maybe one, because for 3 years everybody was training with me in São Paulo, and they was going to US, and I cannot be the leader in US. I cannot, and even when you have Lucas, my brother, Pancho, even when you have black belts that they can do. So we are not organized this way. So I was using, because our biggest athlete was in São Paulo, Cavaca was traveling with all the competitors to US to compete. And he was the guy who was taking more responsibility. The reason they break, because they start seeing different opportunity that I can see. Because the way they wants to manage the affiliation, the way they wants to manage the teams, academies, it's not the way that I can see. So for all my life, I was like soldier, and then I learned how to be a leader. So I want to be able to everybody learn that you as a professor, you also can be a leader. You don't have to be slave. You don't have to be under nobody else. My concept, it was, okay, so I will teach you how to you be a professor. I will teach you how to be a very big potential, and it will be your decisions to stay with us, because together we are strong. So, but we're not as strong when we split. So, but all my commitment is to teach professors they understand who they are, who they can be. But some people, when they know who they are and how strong they can be, they just decide, I want to be by myself, because maybe I'm going to have more opportunities, maybe because I'm going to have more money, and I respect the reason they see it. And this never changed the way the Checkmat was doing, because that's when I became the Checkmat. I said, when this break, I take the opportunity, also the Brasa, I take the opportunity to say, look, Checkmat, we be family value. Like, I don't care about be the biggest team. I don't care to be the best team. I want people who I can trust. I want to build and the way you build this, we cannot put our value in money. We cannot put the value in opportunities. So I will teach people how to do themselves, how to be independent. And the decisions to be together will be because the friendship, because the appreciation, because we want to share, wants to be together. And then some guys stay, and the few guys was out, And now, as I know, like those are the best thing that happens, because instead they see the biggest team, and maybe it would be the strongest team, but it's not gonna be the family community that we have right now.
There's a big difference with Team Checkmat versus a lot of teams, because you have a stable of champions. How different are you with the temperament when you're training or mentoring a competitor who's a champion versus just like a student who's like a soulful jiu-jitsu?
The difference between coach there, actually, I don't see different, because I see commitment. Like the people who can only go 3 times a week, they commit me to go to 3 times a week. Sometimes they commit me so high than the guy who are athletes, they go every day. So, and I believe that Jiu-Jitsu is a lot of, it's a lot of like honest, like you discipline. So that's what happened with me. because I grew up with a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of other competitors that was not disciplined the same I was. But later I was getting results, different results that they getting. So Jiu-Jitsu is the same thing. And then I teach Jiu-Jitsu the same way, but you put like the way they commit themselves, like is a different way. The fundamental class will be the same thing for everybody. Advanced class will be to everybody. Competition class, you'll be at the same bar. But you can choose how, like I tell the guys, Checkmat is a team of opportunity, you know? So, because I don't believe that I can be in your side yelling, telling what to do, coaching you as much. I'm gonna lose my voice to tell what to do. But if you don't do it, it's not part of your commitment to do something something you believe, that it's not gonna work. So it's more how committed you are. Like show commitment, show discipline. I'm gonna give you the best results. Bochecha is the champion that he is. It's not because me or the team, it's because he's very high commitment. But this commitment, when meet the right person around you, make you be Bochecha. Like commitment and coaching is very important, because like I try to extract to you your best. I want to make my commitment to make you give your best. So, and if your commitment is just training Jiu-Jitsu as fun, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna laugh every class. If you want to train Jiu-Jitsu to succeed as a professor or instructor, we're gonna give you resource to be the best instructor. You know, to understand what's the level of the instruction we have, to learn how to teach, how to build a program, how to see like which individual they want, you know, as strategy, as everything. If your commitment is to be the best Jiu-Jitsu fighter, if you want to pay the price, because it's pretty hard price. So I promise that you're gonna be a world champion, because we have the resource. I know how to do it, but the commitment will be the key to be the successful. How committed you are, how much that you really want to pay the price. Because some people want to pay the price, when they find out how expensive it is, they quit. Some people pay the price to achieve one time. Some people is like Bochecha, they're not just happy to achieve, they want to keep, you know. And regarding to make this, it's a lot of pressure on him, but sometimes I have no idea how much pressure is on me, because I'm the coach. So I concern so much about, because that's my personality. I concern so much about who I have under my umbrella, and then I'm take care of every one of my students as like I take care of my son.
Do you think Jiu-Jitsu is going to be as big as, like, let's say soccer or like professional basketball?
Depending on what perspective you see, we are big on the other sports. So we are the sport that changes so many people's life. We're the sport who gives so many people opportunities to travel in the world. We're the sport who make a lot of people laugh. Maybe you're not the sport that making so much money as other sports, but sometimes money can help. Sometimes money can just be a problem. You know, like I think, like of course, as a coach, you know, I would like to see the Jiu-Jitsu take those kind of sponsor, take those kind of opportunities to spread the word, you know, with their way. But I think we're big enough to make people happy, to make people change their life, to make people like fight, like not looking to any circumstance. You step on the mat, you don't care religion, color, sexuality, or whatever. You don't care. You only want to learn Jiu-Jitsu, wants to train in Jiu-Jitsu. That's all care. And honestly, I don't see so much sports. I don't see so much other sport that put together a group that's so different, society, and or any like with all difference of religion or society, and they have fun at the same time and connect to people. That's, I think, is beautiful in Jiu-Jitsu. And then I learned this breaking all my limitation. Like as a kid, I was just thought that I was one thing, and Jiu-Jitsu was show me that that's giving me confidence enough to, once I put my gi, it was like it's like be myself, speak, you know, like I was able to traveling, I was able to break a lot of limitation that I was limited as a kid.
Awesome. Professor Leo, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Appreciate
Welcome.
it, man.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.